Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. It is always a pleasure to have a return guest on the show, and this gentleman is one of our favorites here at My Kind of Country. We play a lot of his music because he is unapologetically country music, that's for sure, folks. And he's got a brand new album out. It's called Opposite Walls. It's on Saint and Sinner Records, and it's a pleasure to welcome Dennis Ledbetter to My Kind of Country. Dennis, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Scott?
Fantastic. Good to talk to you again, my friend.
I'm glad to be here. I always enjoy talking to you.
Well, I always enjoy talking to you, and I certainly have enjoyed this new album of yours, man. I'll tell you what, you knocked it out of the park on this one. You usually, each album that comes out by an artist, you kind of see like a progression, and you just went leaps and bounds on this one, both in the production, the songwriting, and your vocals. I just think this is really a superb album.
Well, I'm glad somebody thinks that way besides myself. I thought I was being prejudiced.
Well, I think you did great, man. And obviously, our listeners are liking what you're doing because Opposite Walls is in the top 20 on the indie charts right now. And, man, this thing's just come out of the gate, so that's really cool.
It really has. We had the latest chart came out yesterday. It jumped up to number 5 on the internet side. I mean, it's been out 8 weeks, and it's really doing well. I'm just excited about it. To be honest with you, I think I've got some stronger songs on the album that we haven't released yet.
Well, I'll tell you, you've got some really good ones on there, and Opposite Walls is fabulous. But I got to tell you, the one that I'm really gravitating towards, and it's probably because I'm such a George Jones fan, but the greatest country singer of them all. What a song!
That song really is special to me. It was written by Jimmy Payne and Lobo out of Nashville.
Oh, I know Jimmy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I met Jimmy years ago, back in the '80s when I was just starting out in the music business, and he gave me a 45 copy of that song, and I kept it all these years, and I kept telling myself, man, I got to record this. So when I got ready to go into the studio this time, I called Jimmy. I said, man, y'all need to rewrite and tweak this a little bit, because George has passed, but man, I'd love to record this. And he sent it to me, and I sure do appreciate him giving me an opportunity to record it.
Oh, man, I'm glad you did. It's a great song. Absolutely stellar. Now, this album is available at CD Baby, at Amazon.com, and iTunes. And you can also download it at i2irecords.com. And we will have all that information on our Facebook page. It's Opposite Walls, Dennis Ledbetter on Saint and Sinner Records. And we've got Dennis here talking about the new album tonight. And Dennis, I understand you recorded this album all in Nashville this time. Is that right?
Yeah, we went to Sound Emporium this time. I try to every time. I've only had 4 albums, but every time I go to Nashville, I try to pick a different studio just to enjoy what's available over there.
Well, I tell you, Sound Emporium is a legendary studio, and they certainly did it right for you. You got some great pickers on this project, and the producer just did a great job on it.
I've had the same producer and almost the same pickers on just about every session I've done in Nashville. I've been so fortunate to surround myself with some of the finest people in Nashville, and that's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm successful is because I surround myself with people better than I
am. There you go. That's no doubt about it. Well, who are some of the pickers on this project?
We got Mark Prentice on bass, JT Cornfloss on lead guitar, Eddie Bayers Jr. on drums.
Oh, wow.
Michael Rojas on the keyboards, Michael Sievers on acoustic, and Glenn Duncan on fiddle and mandolin and a few other things. But
oh, yeah.
They're just some monster pickers.
Yeah, Glenn Duncan's fabulous. I saw him many years ago. He was touring with Reba McEntire, was out on the road playing for her, and he's become a very in-demand session player.
Oh, he's a fabulous guy. Oh, don't forget, I got Tommy White on steel guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Tommy's just a monster on that.
He is.
He
That
plays the Opry every Friday night.
Yeah. Oh, he's fabulous. I tell you, that song "Rock Bottom" that you got, man. What a swing tune! That really shows off your musicians on that one.
And yeah, the steel on that just killer.
It sure is. Yeah, I like that song a lot. Um,
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about the road I've traveled on.
I think the road I traveled on tells its own story. You know, I'm at an age now where I can look back and see some things that I wish I hadn't done, and some things I wish I had done, and it just, I don't know, it just tells a story about wanting to go back and make things right.
Absolutely. Is that a song you wrote, Dennis?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one. It's one of my favorites on the album. And of course, "Opposite Walls," you co-wrote that one too, right?
I did. I've been co-writing with T.W. Hale out of Nashville and Chris Bellamy out of North Carolina. Chris and I have had three or four of our co-writes that have gone number one on the independent charts. We've been clicking well together.
Oh, that's great, man. I'm glad to hear it. So, what's on tap for you as far as getting out and promoting this thing?
Well, I'm stuck on a job in Florida on my day job right now, but when I get out of here, I'm going to try to get into Nashville probably in January. We're going to try to do some live video stuff, some stuff for TV for J. Raleigh Jones show, and we're going to try to pick up a few gigs here and there. I'm trying to get back over to Bobby Mackey's in Wilder, Kentucky, and do a CD release party. Just got to get back home and get to it.
I hear you, man. Well, make sure to keep us posted. We'll be happy to share that. And I know you're on Facebook. And DennisLedbetter.com is Dennis's official website. You can go there and check out everything that's going on with him and get this new album at CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, and you can also download it at i2irecords.com. And Dennis, you did some very unique videos on your last project. Tell me a little bit about those.
You know, that was an interesting thing. It was very different. I've got a buddy of mine named Larry Simpson, and he was into what a Second Life, I believe, is the name of it. And I went to visit with him over there in Texas, and he was showing me, you know, what Second Life was and what it was all about and everything. And I was watching him. You could go in and you could perform, and you got your avatar, and your avatars represent you, and you get up on stage and perform in Second Life and all that. And I said, this is really cool. I said, this would make a really cool video. I said, you think you could do that? And he said, yeah. So, you know, they created an avatar for me, and I said, hey, I can throw my music out there on a virtual reality video, and maybe some of these millennials that don't ever listen to country music will listen to it. I'm in a cartoon. so you know, all four of the songs that was on my EP, we made videos for them, and you know, it was different. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but I thought they were cute.
Yeah, definitely unique.
More of them, but I thought they were unique anyway.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else in country music that's done anything like that. So I think you're on the cutting edge there, Dennis.
Yeah, I think it's unique, and it's interesting, you know. But and it wasn't real expensive, so you know that helped too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gets costly doing all that stuff. I know how that goes. And man, what a great album, though. I'll tell you, we're going to play some of those songs we talked about, and 12 songs on this project, folks. And please check it out, DennisLedbetter.com. The CD is called Opposite Walls, Saint and Sinner Records. You can get it at CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, or download it at i2irecords.com. And it's, as Dennis says, unapologetically real country music, and that's what we love here at My Kind of Country. Well, Dennis, we've enjoyed having you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time, and it's always a pleasure to play your music, and we're going to keep playing it. Your music will always have a home here at My Kind of Country.
Well, Scott, I really appreciate it, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the radio DJs that in the internet world and the terrestrial world that are willing to play independent artists and new artists and bring new music. People keep saying, well, you can't get new country music. You can get good country music, and you can listen to it, but you got to find the right station.
That's right.
There's some like yours out there. I love your show, and we just, all of us in the independent music world, appreciate you guys.
Well, we appreciate you guys too, and it's a pleasure to play the music. And we all kind of work together. We're just we're about the music, and we're about getting it out there to the people and letting them know that yeah, you're right. Real country music is out there, no doubt about it.
Thank you again, Scott.
All right. That's Dennis Ledbetter here on My Kind of Country. We're going to play the title cut right now from Opposite Walls. And please go get this great album, DennisLedbetter.com. We're going to play some of the other great songs from this project for you, too, as we continue with My Kind of Country. Dennis Ledbetter, thank you again.
Thank you, Scott.
Silence of indifference breaks my heart in two. I know that I still love you, and I pray you love me too. But when we go to bed at night, preparing for the fall, my back's to yours and yours to mine, and the silence says it all. Opposite wall, turn back to back. Our passion and fire has turned to ash. It's deadly silence, don't help at all. We can't save our love staring at opposite walls. You've been my inspiration, the muse to all my songs. Your smiling face, your sparkling eyes, it always brought me home. But somewhere in this dance, we both fell out of step. I can't believe with all we share, the only thing that's left is opposite wall. Turn back to back. Our passion and fire has turned to ash. This deadly silence don't help at all. We can't save our love staring at opposite walls. The first move is the hardest. If we're gonna turn this thing around, I'll sit aside my foolish pride and knock the wall between us down. Let's pretend we just got married, start over here now. Renew our love together and make a solemn vow. No opposite wall, turn back to back. Rekindle the fire with a brand new night. This deadly silence don't help at all. We can't save our love staring at opposite walls. This deadly silence don't help at all. We can't save our love staring at opposite walls. We can't save our love staring at opposite walls. thinking. But one slow dance can't really be so wrong. Holding you feels good, but I can't do this. And I'm sorry if I ever led you on, but I don't trust myself any longer, 'cause you're too close for comfort. I'm too far from home. Too close to that old feeling that a man and woman gets. Too close to doing something I know I'll regret. Too close to going too far. With every cheating song, you're too close for comfort. I'm too far from home. The safest thing that I can do is leave this old dance floor. There's no telling what might happen if I stay for just one more. I'm too close to going too far. With every cheating song, you're too close for comfort. I'm too far from home. You're too close for comfort, and I'm too far from home. I never sang a song before about the singing star, but there's one among the legends that my feelings can't ignore. His songs will make you happy, or they'll chill you to the bone. A gift to us from Texas, George Possum Jones. And every time I hear your voice, I feel the pain. Your emotions flow right through me like a hard falling rain. Was it memories of someone who wore your golden ring that made you want to live out all those songs you sang? I left work and cried today when I heard that you were dead. Hoped you were only playing possum while trying to clear your head. I know sometimes you stumbled and sometimes you had a fall, But George, you'll always be the greatest singer of them all. And every time I hear your voice, I feel the pain. Your emotions flow right through me like a hard falling rain. Was it memories of someone who wore your golden ring that made you want to live out all those songs you sang? For you, your fame and glory, George, became across the bear. And beyond each shiny mountain lay a valley of despair. I guess it's hard to be a legend standing 10 feet tall. But George, you're still the greatest country singer of them all. George, you're still the greatest country singer of them all. I wish that I could go back down the road I traveled along and retrace all the footprints left behind since I left home. I'd gladly trade tomorrow just to buy back all the tears my dear old mom and daddy cried throughout my wasted years. Lord, I'd rebuild all the bridges that I burned along the way. I'd fulfill the broken promises that I made yesterday. I'd mend the hearts I've torn apart and try to right the wrongs. If only I could go back down the road I've traveled on. Now some call me an outlaw because I've broken all life's rules, and I've looked into my mirror at the reflections of a fool. Tomorrow may not come again, and yesterday is gone. But what I'd give to go back down the road I've traveled on. Lord, I'd rebuild all the bridges that I burned along the way. I'd fulfill the broken promises that I made yesterday. I'd mend the hearts I've torn apart and try to right the wrongs. If only I could go back down the road I've traveled on.